Greetings, music fans, and thanks for tuning in to Live from Black Rock. I'm Joe Mattimore, your host for today's session, and we're here at Black Rock EPS, which is a full production studio here in Buffalo, New York. In studio today, we have Velvet Bethany. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, it's us.
Hey, what's going on? So we have Cameron on drums, we have Andrew here on bass, Nate's over there on guitar, and Allison on guitar and vocals. You guys have a record out called Say Bon, which I've been listening to, and it's good. It's pretty good, like the title. So tell me about that record that came out last year.
That came out in February, on February 14th.
The first thing I wanted to ask you guys is the opening track on the record. So that was like my introduction to you guys, was that opening track. I'd never heard you guys before, even though I've seen your name around a lot and seen you on a lot of bills with other bands and stuff like that, but I hadn't heard you guys. And so that was like my introduction to you guys. And as I found out, it's kind of like a little different from the rest of the record or your regular sound. So how did that come to be like the opening track?
The 12th House, I have no idea. I'm really bad at interviews, just so everybody knows. I cannot answer
Wasn't that
questions
during the pandemic?
about my band.
Didn't you write
So the 12th House, I got really into astrology last year with me and my friend Lena, who sings with me, and we started writing songs, we started writing songs in 2021. So the songs that are on this album are what we wrote together between 2021 and 2022. I think a lot of people know us for our album Rock and Roll Vacation. They think of us as a punk band. And I play that set every time we play a show. And we have new members all the time. And the format of how I write music doesn't add up to catching up with the constant evolving members. So right now, we're on Rock and Roll Vacation. That's what we're learning. And now we have one song, with our new members. Last year we played. It was just me and Andrew, and our other drummer, Mike, who quit, and Lena will come to the recording studio with us. So we always have new people, and as I'm working with new people all the time, I'm making different types of music. So, our original lineup in 2018, when we wrote, our punk record, was completely different than who I'm working with right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And that's how I end up writing the music, because my drummer quit in December because he wanted to move on to do new life stuff.
Not
Okay.
me. Not this drummer.
Not this drummer.
Yeah, not Cameron,
Yeah.
Mike. We all live in the same house still. Me and Andrew and Mike all live together. But because he quit, my engineer, Doug White, at Watchman Studios, was able to build a track for me.
Gotcha.
Because he said that he does weekly works with artists all the time to do electronic, how do you call that? Music that is not made with instruments, it's made on a computer or a synth or something like that.
electronic music.
He builds tracks like that.
I like the Moog sound on that song. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That really jumped out at me, because I was like, oh, here's this, here's what's going on, and then all of a sudden that came in. I was like, oh, this is getting deeper.
Mm.
Yeah.
Cool. Very
Sorry,
cool.
that was weird. I don't know how I had to start with a backstory before I came to that
You did great.
point.
So you have a deep catalog already. You have 4 albums out, or more than that?
Maybe more.
Maybe more.
She's not sure. It's just a
I don't
wash.
keep track of my band. I just keep moving.
She just wanders into the studio and blacks out.
Yeah, it's like going into an airplane. There's no windows, and then I
Yeah.
walk off. I'm like, it's nighttime. I walk off the airplane at the end.
Exactly.
There are windows on airplanes.
Yeah, but she keeps the visor closed.
Wow. I didn't realize that.
Another track that I really liked on the album, or that I've been kind of singing in my head ever since I've been listening to the album, is the Video Games
I knew
song.
you were going to say it.
Did you knew I was going to say that? It's so catchy that that hook. What are you guys? Are you into gaming, or is that influence your other art, or are you into gaming? at
No,
all?
I don't really play games. I decided I was gonna start trying to relax lately, so I bought Zelda: The Breath of the Wild like 2 months ago. I lost all my swords. I haven't gotten past the first part. I'm just like standing in a tower, wondering how to fight these monsters with my fists. I'm like, I give up. I don't know how to play games.
What? All right. So,
Wild is not relaxing.
you guys have been playing a lot of shows.
No, not really, because we just started playing together in January.
Okay.
So they're learning the songs, and we played
had a
in a
couple of
house
shows. Yeah, we had
in
that house show.
February, and then
Nietzsche's.
we kind of like filled in at a couple of shows at Nietzsche's recently. I think that's what happened.
Gotcha. So is the plan to kind of get this band up to speed and then play a bunch of more shows?
Yeah, we have a lot booked for the summer. We're gonna go on 2 weekend tours and play shows all summer in Buffalo.
Yes. Are
Great.
we going to the Happy Dog? Is that
In Cleveland?
Cleveland?
Yeah, in June
That place is the
30th.
best.
the best?
They have crazy hot dogs. You can get
Yeah.
anything on a hot dog at that place.
$2 Jenny Cream Ales. Come on.
Really?
Can't beat that.
They have Jenny all the way out there?
They do. That's why
Wow.
I'm playing there.
If anybody wants to play drums with us that weekend, Cam is gonna be on vacation.
I'm going to be in Greece.
He's going to Greece.
We're trying to figure out how to go on tour with drum tracks. I don't know. It sounds kind
Go ahead, say it.
of like I don't know how to play without a person conducting, being like, okay, start. To just like somebody has to be there to press the button
Yeah.
for the drum track to start. Somebody has to be like 1, 2, 3, 4.
We got to bring a roadie.
Yeah, we need like a friend, a merch person
Yeah.
to stand there and like
merchant.
cue with a wand.
We also talked about having Cameron as like an omniscient like narrator like in the drum tracks.
Yeah,
To just kind of pipe through the house speakers.
that's
and,
a
like,
good idea.
You know, do like a little NPR blurb about each song.
You should introduce each song in the drum track.
This American punk rock band.
Well, I'm sure you guys will get creative with it, and we'll figure it out.
That'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about the music scene in Buffalo? I just was reading an article by Jeff Myers, who we know recently departed the Buffalo News.
Yeah, but he
about
started his own website.
yeah, it's really that's really exciting.
Yeah.
And I was going to talk about. He was saying like the music infrastructure. We need to build our music infrastructure and scene. How do you guys see the music scene right now in Buffalo, and how's it happening?
I mean, it's kind of exploding, isn't it? Like, there's all sorts of bands. I think there was a lot of pent-up creativity during COVID, and a lot of people were just kind of like incubating for a long time. Initially, it looked like the scene was wounded, but I don't think that was true. I think it was just in hibernation, and it's been coming out like with all these really exciting acts. Like we've been seeing at the house venues like the Lavender Room and stuff. Mammoth Records just moved to a new studio, which is really cool. So like the actual means of production are getting better. It's been pretty awesome. Yeah, a lot of new like cool recorded music coming out. Obviously, like younger kids are getting old enough to play these venues now, so we got a whole new batch of young talent. It's pretty great.
Yeah, right on. Well, it's great to have you guys as a part of it, and it's great to have you guys here. So let's hear some music. Live from Black Rock, it's Velvet Bethany.
Crepes! you don't. I know things about you that you don't. Creeps in the yard, outside of the show, smoking cigarettes. Creeps in the kitchen, cooking the walk, slapping your ass. Creeps at the bar, watching you waiting to get you in the car. Creeps.
So the new album's Say Bon.
Why don't you talk?
and-
What's your thesis statement on the album? Just
Yeah.
say what's that? You know, what are you trying to say with the whole project?
The whole project. Well, the thing with that album is that they were like a bunch of dreams that I had that unfolded, that are unfolding now. And I'm just like, I don't know what the heck I'm writing. I'm just gonna wait for it to make meaning, because when I write songs, I don't usually write them based on like something that's happening. It's more like the meaning makes sense as time goes on. It's like puzzle pieces that I put together, and I'm like imagery and words. So I feel like I can't really say at this point what that album is about, Say Bon. It's too far ahead of where we are currently.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. That's a great statement. I
That's
think
a good pitch. Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah.
You want to know the future? Listen to Velvet Bethany.
There you go.
You'll find out who wins the Super Bowl.
But the 12th house in astrology is like this wild card house. They say it's like a place of misfortune, and I had like a 12th house stellium with somebody that I was writing about. It's like a bunch of planets all together hanging out with each other. And it's like a house of dreams, prisons, institutions, places where things can't express themselves, the collective unconscious, things that are hidden.
All right, so let's hear some more music. And I'd really like to thank you guys for being here today. Velvet Bethany's latest record is called Say Bon. It's available on all streaming platforms. And thanks for watching live from Black Rock.
You make me wanna wear a helmet. I just wanna be safe for you. I just wanna be safe for you. Make me wanna put money in my savings account. I just wanna save up for you. 'Cause you're a tray of happy and pancakes, and I think that I need more syrup on my plate. You're a big tray of You make me wanna wear a helmet. I just wanna